Hello class, my name is Marianne Saima and this presentation was prepared as part of HEP 709 course Healthcare Databases under the Masters in Health Informatics Program at George Mason University. In this presentation, I will be presenting on how to report results. In this presentation, I will go over preparation before presenting results, creating a presentation, presenting results, and what to do after the presentation. Before even beginning to make a presentation on the results you found, it is important to ask yourself, why is your data significant? Does it hold clinical significance, financial significance, or does the data you are presenting benefit the company in a positive way? Once you know what your overarching theme of your presentation is, you can better make decisions about the tone and design of your presentation so that they meet your objectives. The first preparation that should be done before presenting your results is knowing who your audience is. This is an important factor when deciding how in-depth you should go with the material, as well as verbiage that should be used. It's important to know whether or not your audience will understand any technical terms you use so you know whether or not you need to explain it in your presentation. In addition, depending on your audience, you may have to tailor your presentation to keep the audience interested. For example, if your presentation is in front of a finance committee, you may want to focus more on the financial importance of your results as opposed to your peers who may be more interested in the coding process that got you to your results. Handouts are incredibly useful if you're reporting results that are highly technical, such as SQL coding or complex. Presentations are not meant for you to go through every fine detail. Presentations should focus on the main points and be exciting and engaging. If you want to include the codes and graphs you use to get your results as well as further information on your results, such as case studies, references, and other supporting data that you chose to exclude from your presentation, a handout is a perfect way to show a fuller picture of your presentation. Make sure the handout is accurate, concise, and free of glaring grammatical errors. Make sure your presentation clearly depicts the results you are reporting. Include graphs and tables that can help amplify your data and results. Keep your presentation clear and concise. Less is more. Your handout will provide the fuller picture of your presentation. Be aware of how many slides you have. Most audience members may not want to sit through 78 slides. More importantly, explain your measures you are using. No one except you and your presentation mates know what your measures mean. As silly as it may be, explain what your bar graph represents. Yes, your audience may be able to infer what your measures mean if you're all working in the same field, but that may not always be the case. Explain your measures to avoid assumptions and confusion. Simply do not wing a presentation. Practice, practice, practice. Put what you want to say on note cards. Don't read word for word on the slides. Your audience can read. Remember, you want to engage your audience. Reading to them is not engaging. Body language is also important during a presentation. You want the audience focused on your presentation. If you're hunched over, fidgeting with your glasses, or constantly twirling your hair, they'll focus on you instead of the presentation, and that's what they'll take away instead of what was actually being presented to them. If you notice your audience losing interest on a slide, wrap up the slide and move on to the next one, or if you're able to think quick on your feet, try to make the slide applicable to them. Share examples that are relevant to them. Be prepared to answer questions about your presentation. You may not have all the answers, so acknowledge that the question may be out of your scope of expertise, but don't simply say, I don't know, and move on to the next question. Accept feedback from your peers. Be open to their point of view. You don't have to accept their view, but be open to it and make an effort to understand where they are coming from. Don't take it as a personal attack on you. Constructive criticism will help make your next presentation even better. This concludes the end of my presentation. Thank you for watching.